Niconico, a service you may or may not have heard of before, has announced they will be discontinuing their service on its Nintendo 3DS version. The 3DS Niconico application was released in 2014, but according to a blog entry from them, it will be brought down in March 2023. While to some of us, I include myself here, it's insane to think that the 3DS is almost 11 years old and not Nintendo's latest handheld, the console has got quite the age of body, so this announcement is rather understandable. But just what makes this shutdown so sad? Well, who wouldn't be sad about losing this? So, what is Niconico? Niconico is a Japanese video on demand service. It's similar to YouTube, but Japanese content dominates the platform. It's a popular place for Japanese content creators to upload their content, although YouTube is also very popular in Japan. The site is mostly Japanese, but it can be accessed from most of the world, and it's also available in English and traditional Chinese. But just what makes Niconico different from YouTube? Well, first, the site has got a notable restriction where users can only have a limited amount of videos uploaded at the same time unless they buy the premium service. It's not particularly expensive, but many creators who didn't want to subscribe to this service would delete their old uploads, leading to a ton of lost media. But on a more positive note, there is a thing about Niconico that isn't on YouTube or Twitch that you might very well recognize, and that is scrolling comments. Users can post comments throughout the video and they will show up scrolling on top. I'm kinda glad this isn't a thing on YouTube because it would be complete chaos, especially considering how much longer they would be in Western languages, but I love that these are a thing over here. Scrolling comments are also available in other similar sites, such as China's Bilibili. They're usually not annoying, rather an absolute joy to look at along the video, and it's really fun to see them go crazy when something happens in the video. And when I say usually, I don't mean always. Now, if you look at Niconico scrolling messages, two you may see very often are a mere long stream of W's or a bunch of 8s. The both of these actually represent laughter, similar to haha or lol in English. Well, why these symbols? Well, the W comes as a shortening of Japanese word warai, which means laugh or smile. Just one W indicates a short giggle, while a long stream of them represents laughing out loud. On the other hand, the 8 letter comes from the fact that in Japanese, 8 is read achi, and repeating that many times quickly generates a laughter-like sound, so it's sometimes used as well. The both of these have become icons of Niconico, and they often use them in branding. Since its release in December 2006, originally as a YouTube mirror, later allowing uploads to the site itself, Niconico is pretty popular to this day, and the site holds about 92 million users as of August 2022. Now, let's get into the actual content. Heading over to nicovideo.jp, we can see lots of varied content. The site has become known for its gameplays, anime content, music videos and covers, speedruns, tests, edits and YTMPVs, and other types of videos such as quizzes and kanji tests. So let's see what kind of videos we can find. And it's on my 3DS now. The 3DS app is only available for Japanese systems, but thanks to Homebrew, it can also be loaded on consoles from other regions. To sign in, you just have to connect your Niconico account to your Nintendo Network ID, and you're in. The first obvious advantage of using the 3DS app is the music. Already an advantage over the now thank god it's gone that shite sucked so much discontinued YouTube 3DS app, which merely rendered a mobile version of the page. No, Niconico has got entire menus and options and several themes. When we get to the home page, we are given a variety of content to watch, or we can search for titles and keywords. Once you find a video, everything is pretty much the same as the desktop version, just in a more comfortable manner where you can take it anywhere. Except for one thing. Something that, as far as I know, no other streaming app on the 3DS has done. Does scrolling comments work in 3D? I can't really show this on video, but it's genuinely amazing. You can see them coming and leaving, and they appear at different levels of depth. It's a stupid thing, but it feels rather nice. But the 3DS app has also got another cool feature, one that the site doesn't. StreetPass marketing. From what I could find, through it you could choose a video you wanted to promote, select a brief message to promote it, then go outside with the 3DS on sleep mode. Through StreetPass, the video would get promoted to others, and you'd be listed on a public ranking depending on your marketing efforts, that is, how much you want to promote the video. Unfortunately, StreetPass marketing is grayed out of my menu because it was discontinued in March 2021. It's a really pretty feature, and I hope they do this sort of stuff more. Maybe even other services could adopt this idea. Imagine having to walk a lot to get your YouTube video recommended to people more. Things would really be different. As cool as the 3DS version of Niconico is, it's not the only one. On Nintendo consoles, they also released a Wii U version and a Switch version. The Wii U one allowed for watching Niconico content on both the TV and the gamepad. However, this version has already been discontinued. In fact, it was shut down all the way back in November 2019. I do wonder why they discontinued the Wii version but kept the 3DS one running for this much longer. Perhaps the 3DS one still had plenty of active users? Who knows. Thankfully, the music from the Wii U version can still be selected on the Switch version, something that isn't the case for the 3DS music. The Switch version of the app was probably the very first media app on the Switch, releasing in July 2017, just 4 months after the release of the system. According to the 3DS discontinuation message, this is the one they want us to use from now on, so it better be good. But now, riddle me this. Was dusting out my Switch with one completely dead Joy-Con and the other one very barely functional worth it just to try out the Switch version of the app? Yes. Yes, it was. The design of the app is interesting, with all the content, categories, and options listed in a comfortable vertical loop. I'm also grateful that the Switch version has got music still, especially considering how everyone and everything, even Nintendo themselves, have decided to go what I call the dull and mute design route. With all that said, I'm glad that the replacement for the future of Niconico is a pretty damn cool one, but it doesn't make the shotgun of the 3DS version any sadder. For anyone watching who has got a 3DS, please try the 3DS version of the app if you've still got time. Going through the menus is a lot of fun, and it's a much better way of experiencing the Niconico service and all its content. And hey, maybe you'll find some content creators you recognize. I am clueless why they chose to discontinue the 3DS app, but I suppose it's understandable. The Wii U and 3DS Nintendo eShop has been discontinued a few days before, which likely explains it, but it's still a shame. If you've got a Japanese 3DS, you can download the Niconico app from the Nintendo eShop. If you've got a different region, by installing custom firmware on it you can safely install the Niconico CAI file and fully enjoy the app on your console. Until March, that is. But that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching, love yourself, and have a great day.